Feliday's Bhutan Wildcat Project marks a groundbreaking effort to safeguard some of the world's most elusive and threatened wildcats through science, collaboration, and conservation. In close partnership with Bhutan's Nature Conservation Division, Department of Forest and Park Services, and the Bhutan Ecological Society, Feliday biologists travelled to Bhutan this spring to launch the country's most ambitious wildcat study to date. Nestled in the eastern Himalayas between Nepal, China, and India, Bhutan is a biodiversity jewel, its landscapes stretching from subtropical lowlands to temperate forests, alpine peaks, and ice fields. With more than 70% forest cover and an expansive network of protected areas and wildlife corridors, Bhutan offers a rare sanctuary for 9 wildcat species, making it a global stronghold for wild felid conservation. Wild cats hold deep symbolic meaning in Bhutan, revered as emblems of strength, grace, and spiritual power. Their presence is woven into the fabric of Bhutanese culture and Buddhism, which encourages compassion and coexistence with all living beings. Yet even in this peaceful nation, Bhutan's wild cats face growing threats. Bhutan's forests observe a growing population of domestic dogs. Many have no owners but are informally cared for by locals, monks, and trekkers. Over half of Bhutan's population lives in rural villages situated in mountainous and forested regions that overlap with wildcat habitat. Their rural lifestyle relies on agriculture, herding, and traditional foraging, which brings villagers deeper into wild spaces, often accompanied by their free-roaming dogs. Combined with a rise in trekking and nature-based tourism, as Bhutan opens its doors to international guests, the likelihood of habitat disturbance, conflict, and disease transmission, particularly from dogs to wildcats, is on the rise. While Bhutan has made great strides in vaccinating dogs against rabies, other dangerous diseases, like canine distemper virus and parvovirus, remain uncontrolled and can be deadly to wild felids. That's why Feliday, in partnership with the Bhutanese government, is launching the Bhutan Wildcat Health Project, an ambitious effort rooted in a One Health approach. One Health recognizes that the well-being of people, animals, and ecosystems is deeply connected. Vaccinating dogs, for example, doesn't just protect them, it also safeguards wildcats, human communities, and the integrity of Bhutan's ecosystems. Over the next 24 months, our team will gather the first-ever baseline data on the health and behavior of Bhutan's 9 wildcat species, laying the groundwork for informed conservation strategies to protect these extraordinary animals for generations to come. As part of our capacity-building efforts, our team trained rangers with the Nature Conservation Division, who will lead the deployment of trail cameras across Bhutan's 4 largest and most biodiverse protected areas, bringing local knowledge to the front lines of conservation. Trail camera footage will reveal where wildcats, free-roaming dogs, and people cross paths, helping us understand how their worlds collide and what's at stake. The footage will also reveal whether wildcats and free-roaming dogs are competing for the same prey and how often their paths cross, raising the risk of disease transmission. Next, our team will recruit feral dogs across Bhutan and train them to detect wildcat scat, forming the world's first government canine conservation team. With the aid of these detection dogs, we will conduct extensive fecal surveys to uncover whether Bhutan's wildcats have been exposed to viruses and parasites commonly carried by dogs. This work will help us identify geographic hotspots where disease spillover is most likely to occur. Our findings will help predict where wildcats face the greatest health risks and highlight areas where dogs themselves may be more vulnerable. This information will directly support Bhutan's national dog management strategy, helping determine whether additional vaccinations for diseases like distemper or parvovirus are needed. We'll also share our findings with local outfitters and the Bhutanese government, who will work together to educate trekkers and tourists on responsible interactions with free-roaming dogs and wildlife. This is the first systematic study of how domestic dogs affect wildcat behavior and health in Bhutan. We're deeply grateful to our partners, whose support has made this work possible. Follow the Bhutan Wildcat Health Project on social media and our website, and feel free to reach out if you'd like to learn more or get involved.